Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
We expect to learn more details later this morning about an overnight shooting on the east side of Sioux Falls.
Police were called to Eastway Bowl along East 10th Street about 1:30 this morning for gunfire. Authorities say one person has minor injuries. There was also some damage to the building.
Police are still investigating the scene and expect more information will be released during this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30.
South Dakota DCI is leading the investigation into an officer-involved shooting in Hanson County. The incident started Saturday evening at a home near Highway 25 and 249th Street.
A SWAT team and crisis negotiations unit was called in to help. Authorities say a man fired at officers. Law enforcement then fired back, killing the man. Several people living in a southeastern Sioux Falls apartment building have been displaced following a fire. Crews were called to an apartment building near the Barrel House just after 6 Sunday evening.
Firefighters say when they arrived, smoke was coming from the 3rd floor. The building's sprinkler system was activated and stopped the fire from spreading. No one was hurt.
Turning to weather now with meteorologist Scott Munt. After setting records on Sunday, a little bit cooler to start the week, Scott.
Oh, it is looking cooler. We are looking at temperatures as we do go through the day today, probably falling, especially when those north and northwest winds do start to kick in. We'll have it's probably steady temperatures, cooler than yesterday. Numbers near 60 for highs in southeastern KELOLAND, maybe a little warmer there in the Iowa and Minnesota. Our forecast into Aberdeen, a high of 52. That will happen with, let's be optimistic, partly sunny skies as a northwest wind today, 20 to 40. Central South Dakota, 52 today. Strong northwest winds, 20 to 40. And western South Dakota, very windy today. We may get some wind gusts approaching 60 with a high of 48 in Rapid City. More details on your forecast coming up.
Thanks, Scott. Happening tomorrow, the city of Harrisburg will hold an open house to discuss its master transportation plan. The open house on Tuesday will go from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Harrisburg Liberty Elementary School.
The meeting will include ideas for future transportation system improvements. City staff members and engineers will be on hand to answer your questions. A Yankton couple has returned home after helping those affected by the war in Ukraine.
The two spent a week at the Poland-Ukraine border unloading supplies, providing medical assistance, and registering incoming refugees. However, the couple says there are some unanswered questions.
We started with kids and we ended with kids, knowing that at least for that little boy, we made him smile that day. And I don't know what he'd been through, and I'm going to wonder the rest of my life where that little boy is and if he made it out of there okay and that he's doing okay. I hope his family's safe, and I hope he's...
The couple hopes to continue helping people impacted by war.
An Irish tradition returned to downtown Sioux Falls over the weekend. Floats, cars, and performers made their way down Phillips Avenue on Saturday as part of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Crowds lined the streets on both sides to enjoy the festivities. Parade goers were excited to have the event return after it was canceled 2 years in a row due to the pandemic.
We got the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We have, looks like a lot of people are in positive vibes and spirits. It's a good time to be in downtown Sioux Falls.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade is often called the People's Parade because anybody can take part. No Irish ancestry required.
If you weren't able to make it downtown Saturday, you can watch a recording of the parade on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, noticing we've got a few clouds in western South Dakota, a little bit of morning, blend of a little light rain, light snow. We've had some sprinkles in northwest Iowa as well, but by and large, most of the precipitation is going to hold off until later tonight and tomorrow for southeast KELOLAND. You can see the edges of the system rolling up from the south. Take a look at the weather, though, coming up after sunset tonight. See, by midnight, here's your rain in green, and the focus of that a little stronger from a Yankton to Sioux Falls to Marshall, Minnesota line. So we're really talking to northwest Iowa and southwest Minnesota. I wish we could get this spread out to folks that need it where the drought is worse, but it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. There probably will be a very steady rain in northwest Iowa. Look at the intensity of that at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I can't rule out some snowflakes blending in. There could even be a slushy coating within that band, but I don't think it's going to stick around long as temperatures tomorrow still edging up into the 40s. So just something there to keep track of on your Tuesday. And then a lot of it tends to dissipate into Wednesday. We're really going to kind of tone down the chances of any meaningful moisture there. In terms of rain totals, again, Sioux Falls is right on this edge of a quarter to a half an inch of rain. I'm much more bullish on this in Laverne and Rock Rapids than I am in Salem and Madison. So we'll be right there straight up with you on that. I think Sioux Falls is just basically right in that cutoff zone. And also that snow chances there too could be, again, enough to coat the ground white for a little time there in northwest Iowa and southwest Minnesota. Folks to the west, you're dealing with a lot of wind this morning. Rapid City area, 48 your high, and winds at 50 to maybe 55 at times. The 7-day forecast, we've got a few days in the 40s coming up, so it's going to be cooler, windy. Tomorrow, windy on Wednesday, north winds with us. Even Friday looks like a windy day, but it should warm back to the 50s by the weekend. Numbers in Aberdeen also coming back to the 50s at the end of the week. Again, nothing too terribly cold, but the total amount of moisture the next 3 days, very light. We're talking a few hundredths of an inch. Pierre also looks to be real light on this rain chance, unfortunately, which is meaning that our fire danger days are coming back at us at the end of the week, especially with the wind around on Friday. That could be a high fire danger day. And Rapid City, after today's chance of morning rain and snow, that's it for a few days, 61 by Thursday. Check out details at KELOLAND.com.